Hi, I'm Paul, and I've got a strange confession to make in a video about how to get rid of gout. I've given up on gout cures and remedies for good. And here's where it gets even stranger. So has everybody I've shared this secret with so far. All thanks to one accidental discovery I'll tell you about in just a minute that flies in the face of conventional wisdom of gout remedies and low purine diets. I guarantee you've never seen anything like this before. In fact, I'm going to go out on a limb and predict that by the end of this short presentation, you'll be able to take a deep breath of relief and never stress out about a gout flare-up ever again. I know that's a pretty bold claim. But it doesn't matter if you're male or female, in your 30s or your 60s, how long you've suffered from gout, or how bad or frequent your attacks are. That stuff only matters if you're following the traditional gout recommendations you've heard a million times, rehashed 100 different ways. You know, eat low purine foods, remove anything rich in your diet, say goodbye to red meat, seafood, and anything that tastes good in an effort to help your gout. Well, the truth is, the low purine diet approach doesn't work. In fact, for nearly 40 years, scientists have known it doesn't work. In 1984, gout specialist Irvin Fox recommended that purine-free diets should no longer be prescribed for the treatment of gout because of their ineffectiveness and their minor influence on uric acid levels. Remember, uric acid is what causes the crystals that cause the joint pain. Research on a nearly vegetarian diet, which is very low in purines, is likely to drop uric acid levels by only 10 to 15% compared to a typical American diet, a truly insignificant difference. And there is little evidence such diets reliably reduce the incidence of gout attacks in sufferers. For those who have tried a purine-free diet and experienced the very poor results, that statement will come as no surprise. And for those thinking about trying a purine-free diet, don't waste your time and effort. What I'm about to reveal to you is not about a purine-free or low purine diet, some bogus herbal miracle cure, drinking red cherry juice or eating a bowl of cherries, some apple cider vinegar concoction, a homemade baking soda remedy, some new pharmaceutical drug. Some of those approaches may provide some relief for some people, but it's usually minor and short-lived because the real problem isn't being fixed. The approach to get rid of gout I'm about to share with you is about restoring the proper functioning and balance to your body. It is about correcting the underlying root cause of the dysfunction in your body that is causing your gout. It is about eating more of the foods that nourish and heal your body, while simultaneously removing the foods that cause the painful, red, and swollen joints during a gout attack. Let me tell you a bit about myself and how your gout can benefit from a twist of fate accident that happened to me. My name is Paul Thomas. I'm a 38-year-old medical researcher and health practitioner, and I had battled with gout attacks for the last 5 years. I never wanted to take drugs consistently, so unlike some people, I never took allopurinol, the drug taken daily by some gout sufferers. I would only resort to drugs when I had an attack, which was about once a month, taking the corticosteroid prednisone to ease the pain. I want to share one vitally important lesson when it comes to treating and ultimately ridding your life of gout. It's a concept you must grasp if you are ever really going to be free from gout. The understanding that as long as you are just covering up the symptoms of gout with medication or half-baked home remedies, the real root cause of gout continues to churn away inside your body. A lesson I learned all too well when I was on holiday and forgot my gout medication. While on holiday, I started to feel an attack coming on. I could just feel the swelling start to build up. I could feel my right big toe starting to throb. Desperate, without my medication, I jumped onto the internet to see what I could do. There was a lot of information. Eat this, don't eat that, take this, etc. I was desperate and I needed something now. I had heard about low purine diets as a possible treatment for gout. It's commonly recommended, so I thought there must be some truth to it. I thought, what the heck, I have nothing to lose. So for dinner that night, I had a plate of something I knew was totally purine free. I wasn't about to take any risks. I was starving, so I piled my plate high with this one food group, thinking I was doing a good thing for my gout. What followed was shocking. It was one of the worst nights of my life. I didn't know it at the time, but I had just made a crucial, life-changing error and accidentally sent my body into a gout-producing frenzy. How? By following the conventional purine-free diet advice, I had just consumed a whole plate of one common food group which literally forces your body to elevate its uric acid levels and causes a gout attack in gout sufferers. Within a few hours, I could literally feel the gout spreading in my bones. My toes and knees were beginning to throb and pulsate. Lying in bed that night, the breeze of the fan felt like shards of glass on my skin, and even just the touch of the sheet on my toe felt like someone was stabbing needles into my toe. The pain was agonizing. I wouldn't wish it upon my worst enemy. In the morning, my toe was like a red, shiny, pulsating tomato, 3 times the size of the other toe and hot to touch. My feet and knees were sore and swollen. This experience was a wake-up call for me. I realized I'd been living a lie. A lie that I was in control of my health. As long as I had no idea about what was causing my gout and was dependent on medication, I was a prisoner in a body that was like a ticking time bomb of dysfunction that could go off any minute. I hated feeling that helpless, that insignificant, that my body had a mind of its own. With my background as a health professional, deep down I knew drugs were not the answer to gout. True health isn't found in a bottle or some pill. By taking drugs, I could mask my symptoms, get on with my busy life, and pretend that nothing was wrong. This is like the person who hears a buzzing smoke detector go off at night due to a fire. They wake up long enough to unplug the smoke detector to stop the noise so they can get back to sleep, while totally ignoring the raging inferno that is still going on. The symptoms of gout are like the buzzing smoke detector. They are symptoms of a deeper dysfunction in the body, a raging fire. By continually dealing with the symptoms, the buzzing smoke detector, while ignoring the fire, your body will always be in dysfunction and you will never have true health. If you choose to ignore the underlying root cause of the problem, you'll forever be running around in circles, constantly treating your symptoms. You will be a slave to drugs and depend on them for the rest of your life. It is important to understand how the human body works. It has a built-in healing mechanism. You cut yourself, it heals. You catch a cold, you get better. The body always wants to restore itself to a state of health. Most of the time, the body can restore itself to a state of health, unless there are roadblocks in the way. Roadblocks get in the way and cause chronic disease or the flare-ups in conditions like gout. These roadblocks can take many forms, but basically it is anything that short-circuits the body's natural healing ability. It's like if you cut yourself but left a splinter in the cut would get infected and wouldn't heal until you remove the roadblock of the splinter. With gout, you will continue to have gout attacks if you continue to eat foods that trigger the body into having an attack. That fateful night on holiday gave me that realization and another powerful insight. I couldn't help think there was some connection between what I ate and the effect it had on my body. What I had eaten had been able to influence my body that night, just in a negative way. What if it was possible to influence the body in a positive way? Spurred on by this nagging question and my newfound realization, I launched into researching everything I could find out about what causes gout. I put my health profession knowledge to use and my medical researcher skills into practice as I pored over the medical and research journals, spoke with dozens of experts about gout, found out how other gout sufferers had defeated their gout. I wanted to know what was happening inside my body, why it was happening, and more importantly, how could I stop it? Many of the paths I headed down were dead ends. But after months and months of getting nowhere, I stumbled upon some research that discussed a cause of gout that I had never heard of before. What was more shocking was it supported what had happened to me on my holiday with the plate of purine-free food that pushed my gout attack into overdrive. This one breakthrough opened a Pandora's box which led me down a path of discoveries and allowed me to navigate my way through the puzzle of gout and make sense of it. I was able to slowly connect the dots and piece everything together. I finally knew what caused gout, and more importantly, I knew how to stop it. What made it even worse is that what I found clearly spells out that the low purine diet that is so commonly recommended is not only ineffective at controlling gout, but could lead people to actually aggravate their gout. In my research, I found two revolutionary concepts for understanding why gout happens in your body, which I want to share with you now. There is no disputing that purines become uric acid, and uric acid levels contribute to gout. The dispute arises with what causes an increase in purines and uric acid in the body in the first place. Previously, we heard gout expert Irvin Fox state the ineffectiveness of purine-free diets. Let me show you why purine-free diets are so poor at helping gout. Total purine levels in the body are determined by external purines plus internal purines equal total purines in the body. External purines are made up from the purines we eat, and internal purines are made up from purines produced inside the body. The old theories of gout focused on external purines and thought that if we could lower those by eating less purine-rich foods, then we could decrease the total purines in the body. This doesn't work because external purines only make up a small percentage of the equation. That is why in studies like I mentioned earlier with the vegetarians and low purine diets, they were unable to have a significant impact on total purine levels. The largest influence on our total purines comes from the internal purines that naturally occur in the body. However, these can be influenced by what we eat. Eating certain foods can cause a massive increase in internal purine production, dramatically increasing your chance of a gout attack. Whereas eating the right foods can grind purine production to a halt, dropping your uric acid levels and decreasing the probability of a gout attack. But that's not all. Remember, uric acid levels are also important. Uric acid levels in the body are determined by this equation. Uric acid produced minus the amount of uric acid excreted equals the total uric acid in the body. Eating the wrong foods can cause a massive decrease in the amount of uric acid excreted by the body, which massively increases the total amount of uric acid in the body. Eating the right foods can actually cause your body to excrete more uric acid, which dramatically drops the total uric acid levels in the body, lessening a chance of a gout attack. Both these mechanisms of gout can easily be controlled when you know what to do. If you follow what I say, you will know exactly what is causing your gout, and you can literally regain control of your body and say goodbye to it having a mind of its own. With the system I will lay out for you, you will never have to experience that helpless feeling you have when your body starts to spiral out of control when you feel an attack coming on. Imagine regaining control of your body and restoring its natural functioning and lowering your uric acid levels and saying goodbye to that dreaded feeling the morning after an attack when you try to get out of bed for the first time and it feels like you are stepping on broken glass. Previously, I had felt like I was blindly adding fuel to the gout fire by not having any idea if what I was eating was good or bad. When I started following these principles, the difference in my gout was like night and day. I felt in control of my body. I felt like I was putting out the gout fire, and I saw a dramatic reduction in the frequency and severity of my gout attacks. You're probably thinking, Paul, that all sounds really great, but what exactly did you do? I'm glad you asked, because with your permission, I want to help you say goodbye to gout and take control of your life and health by showing you an empowering health paradigm that will give you the keys to regaining your health, correcting any underlying dysfunction, and living symptom-free. Once you know this secret, you will never be fooled into wasting money on a lifetime prescription of dangerous drugs or silly remedies. The new gout theory, in easy-to-follow language showing exactly what is causing gout in your body, plus what you can start doing today to stop it. A gout healing roadmap, which guides you every step of the way to help you navigate out of pain, symptoms, and dysfunction to a state of health, wellness, and symptom-free living. The two gout-causing factors that are keeping most gout sufferers a prisoner to their symptoms. I will show you how to easily and quickly break free from this cycle. How? By introducing you to a simple, easy-to-use program that changed my life called the Gout Solution. The weird history of the Gout Solution. After implementing the program, I went from monthly gout attacks to having none at all. For once in my life, I felt in control of my body and free from the burden of gout. I shared it with some fellow gout sufferers, and they also experienced significant benefit. I felt that if people were genuinely interested in regaining their health and taking control of their lives without the use of drugs, then I should do all I can to help them on their journey. So, I decided to systematize my program for everybody to use, putting it in an easy-to-follow format, and that is how the Gout Solution was born. So many people end up suffering needlessly because of the lies and misinformation surrounding how to treat gout. It makes me furious. If the low purine diet was really the answer to gout, we would have nearly eradicated the condition. But instead, we see gout levels growing every year. I want to put an end to that. This is a complete step-by-step blueprint based on the latest research and scientific discoveries about what causes gout and how you can easily stop it. When you invest in your copy of the Gout Solution today, here is a small sample of what you will discover. The night and day difference between symptomatic care and treating the root cause of the problem. Never be tricked again by ongoing expensive cures that just cover up the symptoms, as I give you the blueprint for correcting the underlying root cause of your gout. See page 4. The one gout-causing food group you must avoid if you want to eliminate your gout symptoms. Most gout sufferers are eating this at least twice a day. The answer is on page 17. The dangerous side effects that pharmaceutical companies don't want you to know about the most commonly used drugs to treat gout. This is shocking. Find out if you are doing more harm than good to your body on page 10. The purine fallacy, as I debunk once and for all the myth about low purine diets and reveal how they can actually cause more harm than good for gout sufferers. Save time, effort, and never be fooled again. Everything is revealed in chapter 3. the simple equation that determines the total amount of purines in your body. When you understand this, you will see why purines in the foods we eat has very little to do with gout. And you will understand what does control your purines and what you can immediately do about it. See page 15. The one issue that is often blamed for gout sufferers' high purine levels. Hint, it's not how many purines you've eaten, and how you can stop it. Get it on page 24. A food substance that most gout sufferers are having way too much of that can shoot your uric acid levels sky high. I show you how it does this, how to find what foods it is in, and how you can easily avoid it on page 22. The 10 known risk factors for gout. Find out which risk factors you can influence. You will be surprised at some of these risk factors, and you will see them all in chapter 6. The Gout Solution Program really is an easy to understand yet comprehensive guide for reclaiming your health and life and to start living gout-free. I lay out all the latest scientific findings about what causes gout in simple to understand everyday language, and then give you the practical and easy to follow solutions that you can start to follow. Plus, let you in on a whole bunch of secrets you will never find anywhere else, such as the 2 factors that the latest scientific research is showing are responsible for causing gout, plus how to manage them to ease your gout symptoms. An easy to follow step-by-step approach to managing gout through your diet, telling you exactly what to eat and more importantly what to avoid. See chapter 5. On page 16, the shocking protein research that will have gout sufferers who love meat rejoicing as I show you why you don't have to give up all your favorite meats and seafoods. Just in case you're wondering, the gout solution is not about becoming vegetarian. 5 tips for eliminating one of the prime causes of gout in your diet. Most people are having at least 2 of these gout-causing substances every day, on page 28. Could your body weight be contributing to your gout? Research says it can. I give you a simple formula to quickly discover if you are at your perfect gout-free body weight on page 46. The simple and free thing you can start doing today that literally resets one of the body's triggers for gout is found on page 48. So, how do you get started? How much for the Gout Solution Program? Honestly, this is the only program like this in existence, so there is nothing really to compare it with. Gout sufferers are constantly wasting money on such things as some bogus herbal remedy. Anything half decent will cost you at least $50 a bottle, and even then you don't even know if it will work. You can continue on a daily dose of some gout drug that is just treating the symptoms. Depending on your insurance, a monthly supply will cost you at least $80. That's $960 a year. And remember, that is ongoing because you never fix the underlying problem. If you were really serious, you could see a natural health practitioner for some dietary advice. That will cost you at least $150, and even then you may get fed the outdated lie about the low purine diet. Let me ask you this. Years from now, when you are looking back, how are you going to feel about your gout? How are you going to feel if you could have lived pain-free, been happier, and done more, all just by following a few simple steps? How much would you pay to be able to remove the pain and restore health to your body, not having to tiptoe around your body like it was a stick of dynamite that could explode and spiral out of control in a matter of hours? To be totally confident knowing that what you are doing is the best and right thing for your gout and health. The regular price for the Gout Solution Program is just $67. That is less than 1 meal out at a fancy restaurant, less than 1 bottle of some herbal remedy, less than the cost of 1 visit to a health practitioner, and a lot less than a lifetime of prescription drugs. But if you act now while this video is up, you can have the full program for just $37 today. All you have to do to get started is click the Add to Cart button below for instant access, and you'll be getting rid of your gout tonight. After clicking the Add to Cart button, you'll be prompted to enter your order details. Payments are securely handled through ClickBank, who are the largest online retailer of digital products. They've handled over $2 billion worth of transactions. They use the same high security encryption that many banks use, so your payment details are safe. Simply click at the Add to Cart button, complete your order details, and you'll have instant access to the product. And if you act now, I'm also going to include my Gout Solutions Quick Start recipes to make it even easier for you to start saying goodbye to your gout. This is normally costs $15. You will get over 20 gout defeating recipes based on the latest gout defeating research in the Gout Solution. It covers breakfast, lunch, dinner, and even dessert, so you can literally start healing your body at your next meal. Delicious, easy to follow recipes, avoiding what science says causes gout. Imagine knowing for certain that the foods and meals you eat are actually healing the process of gout in your body. Normally $15, but when you invest today in the Gout Solution program, it is yours free. These are digital products, so when you invest today, you get instant access to both these downloadable products in PDF format. All you have to do to get started is click the Add to Cart button below for instant access, and you'll be getting rid of your gout tonight. And I'm so confident that you'll get benefit from this program, I've taken the traditional 30-day money-back guarantee and made it into a 60-day money-back guarantee. So this is my 60-day money-back guarantee to you. Try the product for 60 days, and if you're not completely satisfied, just send me an email and I'll send you a refund. You have absolutely nothing to lose and all the risk is on me. No BS, no fine print. I don't like complicated guarantees. Yes, it's true. I put a lot of time and effort to make this program, and it's something I'm really proud of. And I get really happy and overjoyed with all the emails I get from gout sufferers who have transformed their lives with the amazing results they've gotten. But the reason that I have this guarantee is that if this program doesn't work for you and get you results, then I don't think I really deserve your money. I don't want you to risk anything in getting this program, and that's why I'm offering this guarantee. In fact, you could buy this program, use it, and get tremendous results and still get your money back. But I know most people are honest and won't do that. All you have to do to get started is click the Add to Cart button below, and you'll be getting rid of your gout tonight. And it could be you sending in one of these emails. In all honesty, I had a feeling it was going to be nothing that wasn't already recommended in various online literatures, using baking soda, tart cherry juice, for example. The cause you suggest, rather than just plain old purine high foods, could be a factor, is one I had long suspected myself, and your informative guide has now reinforced that with an easy to understand explanation on why this might trigger things. Chris Robinson, USA. What a breath of fresh air. I knew something was wrong with the low purine approach. I never got anywhere with it. Since starting your recommendations, my gout attacks have decreased dramatically, plus I feel great. Matt Donald, UK. I can't thank you enough. I was so sick and tired of popping pills, but I really felt like I had no other alternative. I found your recommendations easy to implement and my gout symptoms have decreased considerably. I feel like they are getting better every day. Thanks again. Jacqueline Sparks, USA. But you really do have to act now. I'm selling this program now for just $37 as a market test, but I'm planning to raise the price in the near future. As more and more people get this program and experience great results, they tell me, Paul, this program is excellent, but I almost didn't buy it because it was so cheap. People have said to me after all they have tried and spent on trying to help their gout that they didn't think a small investment of $37 would really do anything for them, so they nearly didn't buy it. I really want as many people as possible to get their hands on this program, so in order to do that, I might be forced to raise the price or even double it in the near future. So you can grab it today for $37, but if you come back in a week or even tomorrow, it will most likely be much more. You've got a really simple choice to make. Option 1, risk nothing at all today, grab the Gout Solution program for just $37 today by clicking the Add to Cart button below. Remember, you're backed by my 100% 60-day money-back guarantee. You've got nothing to lose and all the risk is on me. Option 2, do nothing. Keep going the way you are. Keep being frustrated, living a prisoner in your body of dysfunction, and risk your gout getting worse because you don't take action. If you've watched to the end of this video, I know that you are serious about finding a solution to your gout, so you now have the opportunity risk-free to try one out. All you have to do to get started is click the Add to Cart button below and you'll gain instant access and start getting rid of your gout tonight.